Welcome to part two of this UK Armed Forces versus Irish Defence Forces battle here at Corn FC, and it's a fixture in the men's fixture that last year had late drama.
Forward, onside, and is there a chance for the equaliser? The Irish have got that equaliser, and look what it means to them. Ball crossed over, nicely crossed over from Bright, and it's in!
So it was the UK Armed Forces that walked away with the trophy last year, but this year could be a different story. What about both teams? Later on, you're going to hear from the team that are warming up behind us. But first, John Knighton went to training a few days ago with the UK Armed Forces team to see how their new head coach is getting on.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to be fair, so nothing's really changed within the setup. So staff have been the same, we've brought Griffin, but players have been fantastic for us. Yeah, yeah, really buying into what we're doing.
Just tell me about the importance of this match, because the Irish Defence Force, it's become a regular annual fixture for the Friendship Trophy, but it's not exactly a friendly, is it?
Yeah, no, so again, yeah, it's obviously they're really competitive, great team, and yeah, we are friends off the pitch, but on the pitch, obviously, we want to win. That's the team demand, and that's their demand. But for us, it's one step for the Kentish Cup. So again, good prep. It's probably the hardest team that we're playing ready for that Kentish Cup. So yeah, really good preparation.
Yeah, it seems like it's come around really quick from when we was over in Dublin. But we've been here for a good couple of days now, and we're keen to go, guys. And I'm sure the Irish are as well.
He steps up now, takes it and is saved, and the Irish Defence Force have won this game on penalties, and just look what it means to them.
24 months ago, when we went to penalties, which no one was expecting, they got a last-minute sort of goal there as well, and they got momentum, and they won the penalty shootout. And then 12 months ago was the excitement was there again. I think we let them back into the game late on, very late on. But then we had goals, we put it away in the top bin towards the end, and the excitement was evident by celebrations. Firstly, from them in there, equalising goal. It got a little bit out of hand, but it shows what it means to them. And then we got the goal back to go 2-1, and we give it back.
You're here, and of course the Irish Defence Forces, it's going to be a tough one. It always is against them, because everyone takes these games really seriously, which is absolutely the right thing.
Yeah, we're expecting a really tough game tomorrow. I think it's always a really tight game, so we're prepared, and from the last meet I think we've got a really good squad, and we can go and get the win.
How important is the training sessions here that you're doing? Because you're bringing players together who've probably been rivals, in the inter-services and beyond, and also with their civilian football they've been playing. It's the end of the season, so these sort of training sessions are vitally important, aren't they?
No, absolutely. Yeah, obviously we've just come off the back of the inter-services competition, so there's a little bit of rivalry before we start. But as soon as we come here, it's 3 teams as one, and it's always good to get together with the lads. Obviously, there's a really good team cohesion here, and the lads look forward to it. We're all really good friends. Doing a little in-services period, it's a little bit of competition, but when we're here, game heads on, and looking forward to the UCAF fixtures.
Well, the men's fixture then, and it's a big night for the Irish. You've got to be desperate to get that trophy back.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to today. It's a great fixture every second year, so we're really disappointed to lose in the last minute last year. So yeah, the guys are buzzing, and they're desperate to get the trophy back today.
These fixtures are always so competitive, very close. Same again tonight, really passionate match.
I think so. Like, you can see from both teams how much it means to wear their respective jerseys, and there's always a great buzz. We play each other every year, so there's always a bit of rivalry. A lot of the players know each other, so there's a bit of rivalry beforehand, but it's slagging on the WhatsApps. So yeah, I think we're going to be in for a good occasion tonight.
And it's a match that's, over history, had a lot of late drama. Are we going to see late drama again today?
I hope so. I hope you'll see maybe a bit of late drama, but for the Irish side this year.
Well, the thoughts there of Ken Deegan, the Irish Defence Force manager there, speaking there to Kyle Dixon. A very good evening to you from me, John Knighton. It's great to be here in the heart of Leicestershire at the home of Quorn Football Club, here just outside Loughborough, which is where has been our base today. And if you've already been watching, you've missed a cracking game earlier on between the UK Armed Forces women and the Irish Defence Forces women. We'll have all the action for you, by the way, for that at half-time, so we won't spoil the surprise for you. But it's great to have with me Corporal Tom Clace from the UCAF team joining me this evening. Tom, I know, and thanks for stepping in at very short notice for Andy Kuchar, who would have been here tonight. Andy, very best wishes to you and all the family. I know things are a bit tough at the moment, but we send you our very best wishes. As you can see, the players are out on the field at the moment, and the standard bearers here getting ourselves prepared. We've got cadets here from the Leicestershire, Northamptonshire, Rutland Army cadets. We've also had a Guard of Honour just recently from the Sea Cadets who've joined us, and we have standard bearers from Royal British Legion units all over the Midlands, from here in Leicestershire right across into Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire as well. They're all here tonight to really take in what this is a great occasion for this little club, isn't it, Tom? To have an international. This is an international fixture here.
Yeah, great occasion for them, and we thank Quorn for inviting us here, and they've looked after us, to be fair. The food earlier were great for the ladies' game. And yeah, they've really looked after us.
Well, talking of special people, the VIP is just being introduced at the moment to the two teams, led by the Lord Lieutenant of Leicestershire this evening, Mr. Mike Kapoor, who's here tonight, along with Brigadier Lee Drummond, Chairman of UCAF Football, Brigadier Kevin Compton, who's Chairman of IDF Football, and also David Roberts from the UCAF team sponsors Avanti. So they're all being introduced to the players. We'll run through the two teams for you very shortly. There will also be obviously the national anthems coming up in just a few moments' time. The cadets proudly bearing the flags of the two nations here on tonight, and it's really great to see. There's you can't really see too many of them from where we are. Obviously, over the stand on the far side is empty, but we've got a really decent little crowd here who are going to come along and enjoy the game tonight. Tom, I know that you'd much rather be out there playing, wouldn't you, than sat here with me tonight.
I would, John. Yeah, I've unfortunately, my military career's over as a couple of weeks ago. But obviously they invited me to the RF game last week at Old Trafford, and obviously this week as well to the UCAF as a bit of a sign-off, really. And with what I've done in the game, it's really my swan song. But yeah, it should be a good evening, lovely evening. UCAF win.
Okay, so the pleasantry's over. It's time now then for the national anthems. Moments for both of these teams here as they now meet each other. Introduced to our officials this evening, Martin Mitchell, who's refereeing from the Royal Air Force. Ash Foster from the Army is assistant number 1, and assistant referee number 2 is John Patterson from the Royal Navy. So they're all now being introduced to the two teams. Very shortly we'll just run through those two teams for you. In fact, let's do that straight away, shall we? Starting with the Irish Defence Forces, manager by Ken Deegan this evening. They've certainly got their work cut out this evening. There's quite a few newcomers, I think, Tom, into their side. Steve Whelan in goal with Sam McGowan, Craig Doran, Mark Horgan, Lee Delaney, very familiar figure, I know, from their side in the past. We've had matches with Alex O'Callaghan wearing number 6, Gavin Dillon, Jordan Carr, Aidan Rafferty, Jody with Dillon, and the captain this evening for them is David Long. And I'm not quite sure how much you know about the Irish Defence Forces team, but there's a lot of talent in there, if we remember rightly from the game over in Dublin.
Yeah, there's a few familiar faces, but a lot of new ones as well. They're missing some good players. David Long's been about years. I think he's been about longer than me. But yeah, they've got a bit of quality in their side.
And talking of quality, there's plenty of quality in the UCAF team who just run through that. Christian Pollock-Brigg is starting in goal for the UCAF team this evening. Unfortunately for, well, certainly for Luke Kearney unable to make it as far as the army. He's really had that place to himself, but Christian has put himself in position. And I just to highlight Jack Wright there from the Royal Navy, because what a season he has had. Under 23 captain for the Royal Navy, went straight into the full Navy side, and then he's here in the UCAF team as a starter in their side. So a really big night for Jack Wright. Mark Drysdale, Sean Powell, Aaron Eyett from the Royal Air Force, Liam Corrigan, Jack, as we said, Joe Spalding, Sean Thompson, Mike Campbell, lots of experience there. And talking of experience, Danny Kerr, of course, captain, and Jake Gosling as well. So there's a lot of talent in that starting 11.
Yeah, a lot of experience. Mark Drysdale's on the bench. It's Brodie Grave, the RAF, who's playing number 2 at right back. But yeah, you know, big shout out to Jack Wright. You know, fair play to him. I watched him for the Navy 23s against R23s, the RAF, and yeah, he was a standout player, really good. He's got a big future ahead of him. I know he had a little bit of a pulling warm-up, but he's very, very tough. You know, so he'll get through it.
Okay, so the coin toss just happening at the moment with the officials and the 2 captains. Very shortly as well, we will be having a minute's silence as well, Tom, and this is in memory of Glenn Fulham, who very sadly lost his battle against cancer earlier on the year. Glenn, of course, was playing in the match against you guys last year, and you have been very busy, obviously, trying to raise some funds on his behalf. So with all our thoughts going this evening to partner Kirsten and also to son Cruz as well, a minute's silence about to be observed, I think, in memory. That's what we were told anyway was going to happen. The referee seems to be, is he going ahead? I think there is just a bit of a wait for a moment, or are we going to get away?
No, it don't look like it. But we've, as UCAF, we've paid respects. Obviously, I've done a run, but it's, the UCAF boys have been egging me on, and send my condolences to the Fulham family. Great player, great lad. I've had some good battles with him, and a few good pints.
Well, away we go for the match here. In fact, I think there is just a break in play, just stopping again.
Yeah, keen of the Irish.
They were keen to get going, weren't they? So away we go then, but everyone's thoughts tonight are with you, and no quarter will be given in this game. The Irish players, by the way, are in squad numbers, which is why it doesn't look too familiar to us. But straight away, here's Jake Gosling in possession for the UK Armed Forces, and he goes out to Eyett, leaves it for his left back, Sean Powell. Eyett again, and Powell. Early touches for them. This is Jack Wright. Big one, big night for him, of course. Also another debutant tonight is Kieran Feeney as well. He's wearing number 19. He may well see some action later on in the game.
Yeah, Feeney, good player. Feeney, he's looked sharp in training.
Good early touches for UCAF. Enjoying this 4G pitch. Nice work from Powell, but it's blocked. Jody Dillon chasing after it for the Irish Defence Forces. And remember, wherever you are this evening, we'd like to hear from you, wherever you're watching this game all around the world, and it's always great to have you tuning in and joining us as part of the Forces family. And this, of course, is very much an international, a big international, Tom, isn't it? Every player wants to play in a match like this.
Yeah, massive. This is the highest level of military football. These are the games we look forward to, along with the French and the German games. And the Dutch, but this one's always a special occasion for us, and for the Irish as well. A lot of bragging rights.
Very much so. Bragging rights for this Friendship Trophy, very much with the UK Armed Forces team after that exciting game in Dublin last year, which we were privileged to be at. That last few minutes was one of the most exciting I can remember in football for a very, very long time.
Yeah, it was brilliant, John. I remember they got the equaliser, and a few of their lads were in my face, and then yes, we went down the other end. Cos got the ball and scored, and as our lads were celebrating, I was back in their face. It was quite funny, actually. We had a good laugh after the game, but yeah.
Yeah, that cost me quite a lot of money that night. I'll tell you, maybe explain why a bit later. But free kick, or is it a throw-in just on that far side to the Irish team, wearing their yellow shirts, the gold shirts. Really, it looks like a Wolves kit they're wearing tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had Yeah, it's weird that they're not in the green one. Different, that orange one.
Here's Rafferty. Chased by Dillon, chased down by the UCAF defence. Rafferty gets it back again. Nicely played outside onto that left side to Gav Dillon, but linesman has flagged for offside.
Yeah,
So,
good line by the lads. Really good line. Been working a bit on that.
Really important for them to keep their shape, isn't it, tonight?
Yeah, discipline. You know, the gaffers had us set up all week. You know, disciplined, and been working on quite a bit of that.
I was up here a couple of weeks ago, actually, sort of doing the check for all our coverage tonight, and someone here from the club said to me, "Well, how important? You know, how seriously did the military take their football?" I just said to them, "Very seriously."
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that over the years. How good is it? What's the standard? I mean, you've just got to look at some players. You know, one player always stands out, as anyone will tell you. Jake Goslin. You know, you look at him, how good he is, and he could still play in league, to be honest, in my opinion. You know, League 1, League 2, but he's just not interested. Obviously, he's done it, and he just wants to join the military. He's enjoying it. As we've seen so many times, Tommy is a game changer. It can be a game changer. Of course, yeah. I'm glad he joined RAF and not the Army and Navy.
Okay, here come the UK Armed Forces team again. Cut out, though, by the Irish Defence Force. And here's Gav Dillon. Good challenge, brilliant challenge there from Sean Thompson. Ball goes out wide onto the left-hand side. The cross comes in safely into the hands of Stephen Whelan, though, the Irish Defence Force goalkeeper. But some good play there. Joe Spalding doing well down this left-hand side already.
Yeah, Joe's really, really quick. I mean, good ball by Tomo on a grass pitch. Joe would have caught that. He can catch pigeons, can Joe? You know, but he just runs off a bit on this pitch.
Irish Defence Force, though, playing some nice football themselves. The ball aimed for Jody Dillon. Outside to Gav Dillon. Good work again from the Irish Defence Force. Dillon will try a shot. And it goes just wide, but it's a good effort there, and I think a good indication of what we can expect from the Irish Defence Force.
Yeah, we just need to relax at the UCAF. We had a couple of minutes there where we were just a bit all over the shop, but once we relax into it, we'll be fine. But yeah, good strike, good attempt.
Nothing to trouble Christian Pollitt-Briggs in the UCAF goal. I see the Phil Bright fan club are already in full flow tonight. No doubt hoping that Phil's going to make an appearance. He is on the bench for the UCAF team this evening.
Yeah, not Phil Bright, it's Chesney, we call him in the RAF. Yeah, Chesney, good lad. He's got a bad back as Bright. He struggled for the last few days, but yeah, hopefully he gets on today.
That was a bit of a high challenge there from Liam Corrigan, and the challenge comes in on Jody Dillon. And referee Martin Mitchell says that is a free kick to the IDF. Tom Richardson says, "Come on, UCAF. Come on, lads, let's get this job done," says Sean Pooch. And Morgs lad says, "Sean Powell is the best." Keep those messages coming in. We'd like to know where you're watching as well this evening. That's really important.
That's got to be his best mate or his brother, that, Charlotte of God.
I would have thought so. Free kick then. Aidan Rafferty to take it. Beautiful evening here in Leicestershire, but just south of the town of Loughborough, and just to the north of the city of Leicester, on the Soar Valley. Free kick goes in. It's brilliantly headed clear. Great work from Jack Wright there.
Liam Corrigan, great header, yeah. Brilliant header by Liam. That's what he's best at. I always tell him, I have a bit of a laugh with him, saying, don't use your feet, just head it. He's really good in the air.
Yeah. And I must say that it's a really big night, isn't it, for Ginge? Yeah, Ginge White, obviously, who's his first international, really, as the UCAF coach. He stepped into the breach, hasn't he, to do this job, and obviously the players, really behind him, and he's done a great job so far.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, obviously, the principles have stayed the same. From Ding Dong going into Defan Pierce, who both did fantastic jobs. It's same principles really. So the lads know exactly what they're doing.
Chases on then. Jordan Carr gets there first. but that will be no trouble at all to Christian Pollock-Brigg.
Yeah, it looks quick, does Jordan Carr. Need to be aware of that.
I think there's already signs that this Irish Defence Force team means business here. Just flew over yesterday from Dublin to East Midlands Airport, just down the road from here. Now there's a player we know a lot about, Mark Horgan, wearing number 4. Feeds it to Sam McGowan. McGowan, good work from him. A real challenge coming in from
no foul.
Joe Spalding. Well, he certainly had his arm all over him, but
no, you can't get them, John. Come on.
I remain totally on the fence here. Yeah, good refereeing from Martin Mitchell there of the Royal Air Force. Just making sure that he is totally in charge of this game. I think all the officials here, they said they come from the Army and the Navy as well as the Air Force. Lots of fans creeping out to enjoy the evening sunshine here. Sun always shines in Leicestershire, of course. And here's Rafferty again. Bit of a challenge comes in again, unfair, says the referee. And it'll be another free kick.
Yeah, I'll give him that one. He got that one right there.
The referee's decision is always correct.
OK, John.
Yeah, so here's Hogan again. Very, very strong at the back. And again, Horgan. Nice ball through for David Long, the captain, but that will be safely into the reach of UCAF's goalkeeper. And brought forward then by Sean Powell. Long ball forward, dealt with though by Lee Delaney. He's a man that we know all about, I think, down the years, don't we, Tom?
Yeah, good player is Lee Delaney, yeah, big and strong centre half.
Great little attendance here tonight. People coming in all the time now, enjoying the evening sunshine. Shannon Powell says, come on, Sean Powell. And RB watching on a bus back from Disneyland with all the family supporting the Irish this evening. So there you go. We've had our first fans lit from outside either the Irish Republic or here in the United Kingdom. That's a great bit of defensive cover work then from Danny Kerr. But the Irish have it at the moment. They're looking very strong going forward. And this is Sam McGowan. Eventually cut out though, brilliantly, great work from Danny Kerr. Just mops up so much danger, doesn't he?
Yeah, fit lad is DK, you know, he's very strong as well, and he's always in the right place.
A PTI down at Tyrone Ayres Yeovilton, I believe, and obviously puts into practice what he preaches.
Yeah, he does, yeah, like I say, he's in good nick, is DK. He's a good leader as well.
0-0, we've just been playing 11 minutes here. If you've just joined us, Corn Football Club, for this Friendship Trophy game between the UK Armed Forces and the Irish Defence Forces. UCAF in wear white shirts tonight. They're just joining us. 0-0 the score. The Irish have had the best chance so far. It's a good competitive opening to this match. Played on the 4G pitch here. Sean Powell then with the throw. Powell gets it back. Not a lot of space for either of the players to work in at the moment. Great interception from Aaron Ayat. Ball goes out now to Spalding. Gets the cross in. Well, it's a cross-come shot in the end, and I think it deceived everyone, didn't it?
Yeah, I've seen them go in. John, you know, John needs to do a bit more. They need to get at him with the pace he's got and the skill he's got. He needs to get at him, especially on the edge of the box.
Well, he had options there because Mike Campbell was lurking around the edge of the penalty area, and we know how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, Cammy goal poacher, you know, all that comes in box, you'd expect Cammy, you know, 9 times out of 10 to finish them.
Darren Ryan says, good luck, Alex O'Callaghan. And Luke Preen says, sleepy Joel Spalding, first goal. Not quite. Oof.
Go on, Preen, my lad.
And that was quite a challenge that went in there on Sam McGowan. I think he knew all about that. And Martin Mitchell just having a bit of a chat with Sean Powell. So another free kick to the Irish Defence Force then. Lee Delaney plays it wide across onto that left-hand side and finds Gav Dillon. Here's Horgan. Good challenging, great challenging work from Campbell. And eventually UCAF do get it back. They decide to play it wide. That's a great ball. What a lovely ball that is to Jake Gosling. Skims one player, gets the cross in, headed clear. Irish claiming a push there.
Just stung David Long. Great ball by Sean, you know, good balling as well by Gos. Good plays that.
But he's the man they've got to get on the ball, isn't it? You know, Jake Gosling, he can do so much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we, you know, even with the RAF, you know, we look to play through goals. But you know, there's another 10 players out here, John, and you know, every one of them's good enough.
Oh, hoping some of your supporters at North Ferriby United will be clocking on as well and joining us this evening in our coverage.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, John, hopefully. Great
little club up there, one of my favourite clubs up there in the East Riding of Yorkshire.
Yeah, great club. We just won the league last season and obviously got promoted. They really do look after lads. You know, I've signed on again for next season. You know, we're a no-brainer, really.
Jack Wright, Liam Corrigan skating across there. Here's Drysdale. And once again, Wright sprays it across to the left-hand side here to Sean Powell. Aaron Ayat, just saw him score a superb goal for the RAF in inter-services this year.
Yeah, very good play. Aaron's come into the setup this season. Very, very good. Technically good, you know, likes to get on the ball. Brings a different dimension to the RAF, you know, a great find.
And there he is again. Gives the throw-in away, but he's mopped up the damage there. Hi to Gillian McCormick, supporting UCAF from France. Graham Watson says, go, go, Jake Gosling. And keep those messages coming in from all around the world, because we're here tonight with the pinnacle of forces football, certainly for the Republic of Ireland and for the Great Britain forces. And that's the first ball that's gone into the waste ground at the back of this little stadium.
Yeah, all the best getting that back.
In amongst the nettles, I think. Throw in then to UK Forces, which Sean Thompson's going to take.
Warm up this end, yeah? Yeah, down by everyone down here, yeah.
Goes harmlessly out of play for a goal kick, which Steve Whelan will take. Stephen Whelan from the Irish Defence Force. Looks like he might be leaving it to his big central defender, Mark Horgan. They certainly, yeah, they're similar at the back, aren't they, to UCAF? They've got those two big central defenders there who are going to be hard to break through.
Yeah, two big, strong lads. You know, anything in the air, they'll mop it all up. You know, we need to get in down the sides like we have now.
Here's Jake Gosling. No, it isn't. It's Thompson, I should say. And, well, Mike Campbell had a chance. It took a deflection. Hint of offside from where we're looking. It's a little bit difficult, but Campbell was through there. That was the first real clear-cut chance for UCAF.
Yeah, John, as I was just saying there, you know, we need to get down sides, and that's what we did. Cammy, great little run in between full-back and centre-half, and that's how we're going to get in tonight.
So the first corner of the game comes in, it's floated in. Goalkeeper gets a touch to it. It's kept in play. And Joe Spalding will get it back into there, but that's harmless in the end. But that was the first corner of this match. 17 minutes gone here.
Yeah, great ball in, good opportunity that.
But Mike Campbell will think maybe there was a bit of a chance there. Kenny Hopper says good luck to the Irish, unfortunately couldn't be there this year. And Jamie Doy, good to hear from you, Jamie, somewhere in Lanzarote this evening, enjoying. But UCAF have the ball. Here's Jake Gosling, edge of the penalty area. The Irish know all about him. Takes a pot shot. Campbell tries one. Irish get it clear in the end. They have a chance to break now then with their captain. And here's Jordan Carr, edge of the penalty area, going from one end to the other. Great shots! Just wide from captain David Long. Well, end-to-end stuff here.
Yeah, we've got to be careful. I mentioned about Jordan Carr, looked quick at first 5 minutes, and he got put in behind there. Beat us for pace, and then just teed their skipper up, and good effort.
So, a real chance at one end, followed very, very quickly by a gilt-edged chance at the other, but it remains 0-0. Excitement all the way in this Friendship Trophy game. Irish Defence Force over here to play, and serious stuff this. Good evening to John Douglas from Musselburgh, looking forward to another great game. Come on, UCAF, he says. Those of you watching on Facebook tonight, and also, of course, on our YouTube channel, and then those of you watching maybe overseas on BFBS television this evening on our BFBS Sport channel. Hope you're enjoying it. Nice switch of play then from Aidan Rafferty. Edge of the box. But unfortunately for the Irish, Jordan Carr can't control it. And it goes wide here onto the right-hand side. And out for a throw. So what's your assessment so far then, Tom? Is it kind of what we expected, really?
Yeah, it's always a battle. We see you normally get into the ring with the Irish for the first, 20, 30 minutes. They'll come out battling. They've got in behind a couple of times with Jordan Carr. But we've had a couple of chances. We just need to relax a bit more and just get on ball.
RF combination there of Hyatt and also Jake Gosling, and on the edge of the box. UCAF, this game has just sort of opened up a bit in these last few minutes. Both teams trying to create the opportunities and the chances. That's a nice cross ball from Jack Wright. Looks so comfortable, doesn't he? You wouldn't believe it's his debut tonight at international level at this level. Gosling with a shot! Oh, just wide again, and that's what Jake Gosling can do. Comes in, drops his shoulder, left shot, just wide. Yeah,
that's worked a couple of times. At the diag out to Gozzy, obviously he does a bit of magic and gets a shot off. That looks like what's working at the minute.
So took a deflection, so it's gone for another corner to UCAF, which Joe Spalding will take. It's a good one, comes in on the end. It's side netting. In fact, it was Spalding there with the shot in the end. Hit the side netting.
Another good chance there. Another great ball from Aaron. We've got to take on these chances.
It was actually Aaron Ayer who took the corner there. So Spalding, that was another chance. A few chances begging for both sides here. So portents are good for a really open attacking game of football, which we're enjoying so far. We're almost halfway through this first half here. It's still 0-0 between the UCAF team and the Irish Defence Force, and a little bit of an ease there from Jack Wright. It was rather too difficult for Christian Pollock-Brigg to control, I think.
Yeah, he had made the right decision there, did PB. He made the right decision, don't try and control that, just get rid of it, really.
Goes for a corner, for a throw-in. UCAF clear their lines. That's a great clearance from Sean Powell into open space. Oh, lovely turn from O'Callaghan. Ball into the box. Real opportunity for the Irish there, but a good save from the goalkeeper. The referee says penalty. Well, that's an interesting decision. He was going through. Well, I must admit, I thought that Christian Pollitt-Briggs got the ball with his feet, but he did bring down Jordan Carr.
No, I don't know if it was him. I think he's got clipped beforehand there.
Maybe. I know Christian Pollitt-Briggs did all he could there.
He looks a good player. Does there number 6, Alex O'Callaghan. He's a bit of a playmaker. Gets on the ball and he can spray it about. Looks decent.
So on 22 minutes, we have a penalty to the Irish. And then the opportunity for them to take the lead then. Yeah, you could well be right. I think maybe the incident happened just before. Yeah, it was actually a challenge just on the edge of the box, wasn't it? And I think it's...
I think it looks a bit soft, that, John. I think it's just a bit of a tangle, really.
Well, Aidan Rafferty is the man who's going to step up and take this spot kick. So Rafferty against Christian Pollitt-Briggs. And he scores! And that means a lot to the Irish. Rafferty gets the goal. And after 23 minutes, it's the visitors who have the lead by 1-0.
Yeah, good penalty. Again, I'm not sure if it was one, but, you know, he's took it well, to be fair to the lad.
Well, that was an unstoppable penalty. He sent Christian Pollitt-Briggs the wrong way. Nothing that Christian could do about that. John Davis says hi from Staffordshire. Great to see these guys getting to have fun. I'm not sure they'd call it having fun, John, but they're certainly out there giving it everything they've got. Nick DeLong watching. Good evening to you, Nick.
Evening, Ding Dong.
Yeah, great former manager and coach of this UCAF team. Alex O'Callaghan, but here come the UCAF looking for an equaliser straight away if they can. Here's Spalding. Trying to take the 1-2 with Sean Powell, but doesn't get anywhere with that. Shadows lengthening here. But we've still got some sunshine. I'm sure we'll have the floodlights on a bit later as we drift into the evening here. And that goes out for a corner.
It's a great little ball back in from Liam Corrigan there.
Lee Delaney taking the safe option to give UCAF their third corner of this match. Trailing by 1-0 here. A penalty from Aidan Rafferty after 22 minutes. Taken short, the corner. Here's Powell, gets the cross in. Goalkeeper's on top of it.
Finish.
And it's in the back of the net! Oh, that's an equaliser, and guess who's got it? Jack Wright. Well, he's absolutely thrilled with that.
Good lad, Jack.
From the corner, onto the edge, floated in a short corner taken. Great cross in from Sean Powell, and there was Jack Wright to get the equaliser. So, literally, just 3 minutes separating those two goals.
Brilliant, yeah, Jack deserves that. You know, he pounced on a loose ball and a great finish. It's good technique.
Jack Wright with the goal, and that was a terrific equaliser. And, well, what a way to reply that is.
Yeah, just what we needed, John, to be honest. Another great ball from Aaron Hyatt. That's 3 brilliant balls he's put in. You know, and all 3 of them, you know, good chances.
But here come the Irish again. Going down, the referee says no penalty this time. Gav Dillon, he just went down a little bit too easily, didn't he? I think.
Yeah, like the first one, John, I think.
Well, that was definitely not a penalty. People will argue as much as they like, but the fact is the penalty was given.
You on about the first or the second one, John? Which one?
The first one was given, but here come UCAF again. Onto the edge of the box. This game opening out here. Mike Campbell plays it in. Cleared away by the Irish. This is the sort of football we really wanted to see tonight. Open attacking stuff. Both teams going for it. And we've already got 2 goals. I don't think that's the last of the goal scoring we're going to see tonight, Tom, somehow.
No, definitely not. I think for the Irish maybe, but I think the UCAF, I think we've got another couple of goals in us.
Here's Aaron Hyatt, who's settled in very nicely into this UCAF team. Goal scorer, Jack Wright. Mark Drysdale. Jake Gosling looking for some space and finds it. Lovely ball through to Sean Powell. Powell gets the cross in again. Campbell on the end of it.
Great ball.
And what a chance again, Sean Thompson. That was a really difficult one though to take it on the volley, wasn't it there?
Yeah, great ball from Sean Powell again. You know, I think he had a lot more time than he realised there, did Tomo. You know, I'd have backed him, put my house on him there.
Ryan Paddock already paying tribute to you as a commentator. Some commentator you, Tom Clace, says Ryan Paddock. Maybe you need to get your name right though.
No, I did. Yeah, it's from years ago.
You were called Tim a few years ago, were you?
No, great lads. No, they just started calling me Tim. It was just a running joke. It's no one else knows, but yeah, great lads.
Not
great
a typo then.
No, not a typo.
Liam Perry says, "Come on, UCAF." And what's his face says, "Good footy." Yeah, there's some great football from both teams. Those of you watching on YouTube tonight.
It's a great advert for military football.
Oh, terrific
John,
stuff.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm safe in saying this is the first international to have been played here on this little ground. But you know, it's turning very nicely. And to have the Lord Lieutenant of Leicestershire here as well tonight to grace this occasion just goes to show how, you know, seriously it has been taken here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's you know, it'd be good. We've always spoke like from getting different counties for these games. You know, it just shows the country about military football, and you know, makes people realise how good it is and how good some of the players are. You know, everyone's playing good levels in civic football, but not a lot of people know about the military football. That's you know, it's a shame, really.
That's absolutely right. Great work from the Irish, though. This is such a dangerous team, and really great work then from the two number 6s, Jack Wright and Alex O'Callaghan. And it's the Irish who have it back. Here's their left back, Craig Doran. Loses out, though. And that's a brilliant bit of play then from Sean Thompson. Edge of the penalty area, goes for shots, goes for goal! And the goalkeeper gets it at the second attempt. Excellent. That was a great effort then from Sean Thompson. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Yeah,
excellent from Tomo there. You know, he was strong in the middle of the pitch. You know, took a good touch and then took their centre half on, and he did right to have a shot. Fair play to him. Well done, Tomo.
As Captain Marvel, Danny Kerr mopping things up in midfield. UCAF have it back. Got their tails up a bit now, I think.
Yeah, we've really grown into this game now, John. That goal's settled us down a bit.
Powell again. And this has really been a very rich source of attacking prowess, really, for UCAF on this left-hand side, hasn't it, so far? I thought that they might have been making more use of Jake Gosling on the left, but on the right, rather. But this left-hand side, Sean Powell really acquitting himself well tonight.
Yeah, good player is Sean, you know, and the thing is, you know, now Gosling's been about a few years, you know, teams are really starting to know who he is and what he's like. So sometimes it's quite a tactic, really, if they get a few man that they're more worried about him and we go out the other side, you know, we find a bit more space, really.
Jake Gosling, such quality on the ball, though. Gibraltar international. As you say, he could play professional football if he wanted to, but he likes his life, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he's done it, John Annie. You know, he's been there, he's done it. You know, he joined the military, he loves it. I still say to him, why don't you fancy going back into it? But no, he enjoys what he does, you know, PTI. And, well, to be honest, he plays as much football as he did when he was pro, he says here. So, you know, it's just a good life. But, yeah, he's a different class.
Are we doing a ball count, by the way? That's the second one that's gone out of the ground. I'm sure someone is employed by the club to go and fetch them, you know, at some stage. Maybe they're going to need them towards the end of the night here. Here's Gosling. Takes the 1-2. Floats it in. Well intercepted, though, by the Irish Defence Force and collected by Lee Delaney in the end. Puts it forward, and what a great header, Jack Wright, putting in a great performance so far. And here's O'Callaghan. Good work from him, but challenged by Danny Kerr. Horgan. Irish coming forward then into UK Armed Forces territory. Here's the captain, Long. Intercepted though. UCAF can build once more. Gosling, great work from him. Inside ball. Lovely play forward, and here's Joe Spalding inside the penalty area. Takes the one to, oh, the cross comes in, and it's just beyond Sean Thompson.
Yeah, he needs to be a bit more selfish, just Joe Spalding. I think, you know, great runs, getting into good areas. You know, he's got the skill when he's in the box to really get at someone, John, you know, because he's quick, you know, he's sharp. But if he gets taken down, as we know, it's a penalty, so he needs to be a bit more selfish here, does Joe.
Here's Horgan. Just looking for some support at the moment, not finding it, but bringing the ball forward. Finds his captain, back to Horgan again. Through ball, intercepted, brilliantly intercepted by Powell. And here's Thompson. Outside onto this left-hand side of Joe Spalding. Powell again. Back as far as Jack Wright.
Yeah, we've really settled into this game, John. You can see, you know, a few of the Irish are arguing with each other, getting each other's back. I think we've come really into it, and there's movements showing now, picking up some good pockets.
Well, of course, the Irish ecstatic about taking the lead, but the equaliser coming so soon after. Thompson again. Takes the 1-2 with Aaron Ayat, who's really impressed me so far. Here's Thompson, just beginning to make that midfield his own. Goes for goal. Good goalkeeping, good stop from Stephen Whelan. He had to hold on to that because there was a marauding figure of, I think it was Danny Kerr, who would have mopped up any sort of spillage there.
Yeah, definitely, and if he'd have hit the keeper, he'd have known about it.
Yeah, UCAF very much on top at the moment since they got the equaliser. But they know how dangerous this Irish team can be, which we've already seen in the opening moments of this first half. 35 minutes played here, just 10 minutes left. Gosling goes for goal!
Yes!
Scores! Well, that is a brilliant effort. You know, you only need to give Jake Gosling half a chance and he is going to bury it.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, John. You know, I tell people, you know, you think he's been a bit quiet, and then all of a sudden he'll pick a pocket up. He's that intelligent, picks a pocket up and goes with his right foot there. You know, great finish.
Well, it was a beautiful goal and nothing that the Irish could do about that at all. Stephen Whelan hardly saw that, I don't think, but what a brilliant, outstanding effort from this outstanding player. When you've got someone like Jake Gosling in your side, he can produce that sort of amazing stuff, and it was really well worked again. The ball goes across him on the edge of the box and into the back of the net. Beautiful goal, and that's turned this game round on its head.
Yeah, good goal, John, you know, but like I say, we've settled into it now, and we're starting to see some patterns of play, what they've been working on. You know, and that was one of them there, you know, on edge of the box, got, like I say, goals, picked up a pocket, and, you know, good finish. But, you know, well done to the lads, you know, they're starting to really play now.
I think what will really impress Ginge and everyone connected with the coaching is the way that UCAF have come back into this game. You know, they went behind, they could quite easily have just, you know, lost their composure a bit, but not a bit of it.
No, you know, we've still got a lot of experience out there, you know, and we just need just a bit of communication. That's all it was. Not like I said, now we've got into it. We know we look quite comfortable.
But I think you can expect an onslaught from the visitors here. We know what they're capable of already.
Well, the good thing is, John, they've got to come at us a bit now. They seem to be sat in, you know, try to ride the storm. But now they've got to come at us to try and get a goal back. So hopefully, you know, it opens a few holes for us.
Yeah, Graham Watson on Facebook says Gosling class act. Absolutely right. He really, really is.
That's twice he's mentioned him. Is that his friend or something, John, you reckon?
Well, maybe Gosso's paying him, I don't know.
I reckon so, yeah.
OK, what can the Irish do then in reply? Aidan Rafferty, good work from them. But that's going to be cut out, brilliantly cut out by Sean Powell, who's really impressed me so far this evening in this left-back role.
Yeah, very energetic is Sean. You know, he plays at Westfields. who were doing quite well in their, or did quite well in their league last season. Very energetic, good on ball, and you know he loves the tackle as well.
Back with central defender Mark Horgan. And he spreads it to this right-hand side to Lee Delaney. Delaney. That's nice play from the Irish defence force. Ball goes in, the cross comes in from the right-hand side, but it's back with Jake Gosling. And that's a magnificent ball from Gosling, just being chased just a little bit too long for Joe Spalding to chase. It looks like these two have swapped over.
Yeah, a bit of a tactic, obviously, swapping over a bit. But yeah, good. Yeah, I say a good ball from God. If anyone's going to catch it, Joe Spalding will catch it and look after you, but obviously just a bit too far in front of him. Good play by the Irish before as well. Great little round the corner and then good cross.
7 minutes to go till half-time, and if you've just joined us here live on Forces News, YouTube and Facebook, you've missed a real treat so far. 3 goals in this match, UK Armed Forces leading the Irish Defence Force by 2 goals to 1. But the Irish coming back into it. Here's Sam McGowan. The referee says that was not a foul. Play continues. The Irish taking the lead from a penalty from Aidan Rafferty after 22 minutes, but then Jack Wright replying pretty soon after to level it, and then Jake Gosling on 35 minutes with a cracking goal to put UCAF in front. But it's been a really exciting open game so far. Lee Gaffney says good luck to Ryan Gaffney from Lee Porter and Margaret. Those of you watching over in Ireland, no doubt will be willing the team to get themselves back into this game.
I just see that written that comment there from Richie Barber. Love it, Richie. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, keep those calls and messages coming in. Lovely to hear from you from wherever you're watching today.
I'm still laughing at that comment there, John. Richie Barber, brilliant.
It's been a busy week, obviously, for military football with the UCAF women. They've been playing today. We'll have all the action from their game with the Irish Defence Force at half-time. Plenty of goals there, I can promise you. And, of course, they were also playing in Holland in the President's Cup match out there on Tuesday, where they narrowly lost the game 2-2. It finished after normal time and extra time, and then it went to penalties, and they lost 5-4 on penalties. But they came back today, and now we've got UCAF, obviously, the RAF, of course, they played their President's Cup match out there too.
Yeah, John, good game today. That we watched it. You know, the ladies' team were really good. Played some good football. You know, we was on about it. It could have been a lot more, but you know.
But don't give the score away because we want people to watch at half time. Okay.
Yeah, no. You know, really strong performance from them.
And okay, Aaron Ayat his chances cut out. Here come the Irish Defence Force with Aidan Rafferty. Well cut out again by the impressive Sean Powell. Look at him go.
Easy, Sean.
Takes a bit of a blow to the head there. I think that was just a. I think it was just a unfortunate clash there. I don't think there's anything intended there. He's done, Lee Delaney.
He's done well there, Sean. You know, he's just killing the game a little bit here, close to half time. You know, he's gone down. He knows what he's doing. Great play from him.
But Martin Mitchell doing what the referee has to do and just check for any sort of head injury, any sort of head collision.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
A few bottles of water coming on. We actually did have water breaks in the women's match earlier, twice, on either side of half-time. But it has got a bit cooler here now. So a drop ball then, and Delaney will clear it downfield. UCAF well on top of it at the moment. Here's Rafferty. Jody Dillon trying to get into the game. He's not really had too many chances in the latter stages of this first half. The UCAF defence looking very, very solid indeed. Here's Powell. Just elects to go back to big central defender Jack Wright. It's just amazing to think that he's, you know, only his second UCAF cap tonight, but in his first international cap. And he's just, it's like a hand in glove job as far as he's concerned, isn't it? And he scored that all-important equalizer for UCAF as well with a great header.
Yeah, again, John, you know, it don't matter your age, it don't matter how many games you've played. If you're good enough, you know, you're old enough, really. So, you know, like I say earlier, he's coming to the team. He's been fantastic.
Well, he captained the Navy under-23 team this year to their title. Straight into the transfer, a third goal for UCAF, and the ball sits in the back of the net. Oh, it was Joe Spalding. You said that he should go for it.
Yeah, there you go, John. You know, there you go. A bit more selfish, great ball through by Tomo, and a good finish as well from Joe.
Well, I thought it was going to be an offside decision, but the flag did not go up, and so Joe Spalding has put UCAF into a 3-1 lead here.
Good football again, you know, like I say, we play on the shoulders of the two centre-halves we'll get in. But the Irish, you know, they've got a really good shape. You can see they've been working on that. It's just if we're getting in down the channels.
See from the replay here, it was well worked again, the cross ball. It was Mike Campbell and touched on by Sean Thompson, and Joe Spalding didn't need to take a second opportunity there. He just went for it.
No, if he'd have hit that right, he'd have missed, let me tell you, John.
You reckon he miskicked it, do you? You can check. Say that to him at the end.
I will do, yeah.
See what
I
he
definitely
says.
will, John. He'll tell you as well. I will do, yeah.
Got a sucker punch there for the Irish Defence Force in the 43rd minute, because Joe Spalding has put them 3-1 in front here. After going behind to a penalty, UCAF have hit back in no uncertain terms.
Like you say, John, still not over. You know, this Irish team's a really good side. You know, I really like the number 6, Alex O'Callaghan. He's very good. You know, the big centre half, Lee Delaney, as we know about, he's good as well. You know, and Jordan Carin behind, he's very quick. You know, they're a very, very strong side.
At the moment, they're being given the runaround here by the UCAF team, who are playing some lovely football. Look at that lovely 1-2 there. And charging through is Sean Powell, who's fouled. And that could well be a yellow card, I think, for the Irish number 2, Sam McGowan.
Good
the card is being produced.
Yeah, good professional foul there, John. You know, Sean were on the front foot, you know, going in one-on-one with the centre half there. So good professional foul from the.
It was a lovely 1-2 worked between Sean Powell there and Mike Campbell, who'd come back to assist and support. And could we even have a 4th goal before half-time for UCAF? It's been a dominant performance really from UCAF, really since they went behind, and all credit to them for that.
Yeah, as we said, John, you know, the first 20 minutes is always, it's like being in the ring, boxing ring, a bit of a fight, a bit of a scrap, obviously, and then, you know, once the Irish scored, again, a good penalty.
Here's Aaron Hyatt, inside ball. Sean Thompson's had a terrific game so far, as has this young man. Thompson again, playing it to Gosling, now on the left-hand side. And just enjoying their football at the moment at UCAF here. It's lovely stuff. Gosling trying to put Hyatt through.
Yeah, a bit of game management now. We need to just see out half time, you know, another minute or so, and just keep the ball really. You know, going 3-1 at half time. You know, it's a good lead to go in with.
I think that is as good as Ginge could possibly have expected, to be 3-1 up at the interval.
Yeah, he'll be deep down. He'll be happy, but you know, knowing Ginge, he's very thorough, and he will have a few words to say to the lads. You know, a few tweaks here and there, but you know, he'll be happy deep down.
Thompson tries to get the cross in, and that is indeed the half-time whistle blown by Martin Mitchell. Well, it's a terrific score if you're supporting the UK Armed Forces team tonight, as they go in at the half-time interval leading by 3-1. And Tom, from your point of view, I mean, you know, things could not be better, could they really?
No, scoreline's good. I still think we've got a bit more in the tank. You know, there's been some good passes of play, John, as they've seen. But, you know, like I said, Ginger will do a few tweaks at half-time. But, yeah, we, you know, can't ask for any more with the scoreline wise, 3-1. You know, Tom will give me a thumbs up there. Good lad, had a good half, as you said, John. You know, I don't think anyone's really put a foot wrong, really, than their penalty. I think they've been good.
Well, Phil Bright just coming over to shake hands. Phil, your fan club, by the way, are talking to us very much on the social media tonight. So
he absolutely loves it. Him.
They're expecting him to come on at some stage to play. Phil Bright, the left back position, but I have to say that Sean Powell's had a magnificent game in that first half. I mean, several outstanding performances.
Yeah, Philip, like I say, Bright is Chesney. Sorry, we don't call him Bright. John remembers Chesney to us. Chesney. He's a fantastic player again, but like I say, he's had a bad back for a few days, so you know we're just managing him really.
And as far as the Irish Defence Force are concerned, what's Ken Deegan going to say to his players at half-time? Because they've not played badly at all, have they? In fact, they've been looking very strong, you know, particularly the opening moments of that first half.
Yeah, you know, they've had good shape, but like I say, our goals, if you look at our goals, we've got in down the in between the centre half and full-back, which, you know, if you can do that in any level, you know, that's the best ball, and that's how you get in. So to be honest, I think he'll just say to them, be more ruthless, because they've been in behind a couple of times. They just need to be more ruthless, really.
Okay, well, Paul Thompson, who's Sean's dad, very proud dad watching this evening. I'm sure there's a lot of very proud parents as well, and families, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, you name it, and great friends who are watching. We're going to now take you back to the action here earlier on today at Corn Football Club, because the UCAF women were in action against the Irish Defence Force. Let's catch up, shall we, with all the action from that game, and our commentator for that is Kyle Dixon.
Spread wide for Jacobs again. UCAF dominating the ball, which is what we expected. It's towards Carr maybe, or Edwards is there. Edwards mishit it, but Dixon doesn't. And Libby Dixon starts for UCAF. Libby Dixon scores for UCAF. It's 1-0 after just 8 minutes. Bishop does well, though. That's looking in behind for Dixon, and that's the space she needs. Libby Dixon. Libby Dixon scores again. It's 2-0 to the UK Armed Forces, and Libby Dixon looked for Demi Edwards, who got the shot away. Great defending, but you cannot stop her on the second time. Demi Edwards gets on the score sheet, and UCAF have their third. This is what can she do in a UCAF shirt with the delivery. It's a good one. It's towards the back post. It's headed towards goal, and it's in. And I think that is Abigail Hayes, who celebrates her first UCAF goal. And if this is her first UCAF meet, as we believe, that is one way to celebrate it. Meany over the free kick. It's a very good one. Smart save from Lucia Turner. Looking towards the runner from Lambert. It'll fall for Jenkins on the volley, and she's hit the crossbar. Sure that Jenkins has that in her locker, and that would have been something special. She goes over it, and the left-footed ball in, and it's hit the side netting. Not sure whether that was the right option from
I think the Irish coach will be disappointed with that, because he's committed all the players into the box there, and she's had an attempt on goal. If again another player can play a few positions.
Really good play to find Widows. The first chance for Jade Widows, and she gets on the score sheet, back in a UCAF shirt and back in form too. Jade Widows. It's 5 for UCAF.
Abby and Demi with me. Congratulations, girl. Brilliant performance today, and on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, really happy to finally get on the score sheet, but more importantly, obviously, we won the game. So yeah, girls are happy, aren't they?
Yeah, very happy. That's what we came here to do. We came to win, so yeah, just good to get a goal.
That was some header towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, I don't know how I got up to it, to be honest. It was a brilliant cross, so deserved the finish.
It's been a busy week for both of you, obviously, and the whole squad, obviously, with the games out in Holland and coming here 48 hours later. So how have you managed to cope with it?
I think we recovered as much as we could yesterday, but I think it was on everyone's minds a little bit. Obviously, losing on penalties, a bit tough to take, but we made up for it today.
You certainly have, and a debut time for both of you, I think, as well today, isn't it? So how fantastic to play for UCAF.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's, you know, it's an honour to be here, so it's just nice to be able to get out and do the job.
And obviously for the whole squad, it's been a real squad performance of the second half, virtually a full change of team.
Yeah, I think we needed it 'cause it's a hot day. Parts of the game were a little bit slow, but yeah, we made up for it. Put 5 goals away, was it? 5
It was
nil,
5, yes, yeah.
Well, what a first half we've seen here in the men's game. But let's go back earlier, shall we? The women's game this afternoon. You've seen the highlights already. I'm very pleased to say joining me is the victorious UCAF head coach Carl Milgate. Carl, that was a pretty much job done. A good performance. You happy with that?
Yeah, it's a nice end to the week. Obviously, we've been together for just over a week now, so it's a nice end to the week. Obviously, still bittersweet in terms of the Dutch result. However, the girls have to end it on a high, and everyone has earned their place today and merited. And look, let's firstly talk about the occasion. Like, what a great occasion to have the men here earlier supporting the ladies, and now the women back here now supporting their counterparts of both teams as well. And that relationship and that friendship goes back a long way, mainly for the men. And it's mainly down to, I have to quickly say, it's mainly down to the likes of Diff and Ginge and Nick that introduced us to this fixture and made this happen. So, like, for me, what a moment for UK Armed Forces football to have both sets of teams here supporting and playing each other.
And a big credit to the Irish Defence Forces, because it's a game that they would have come into worried that they may get a heavy beating, and they were really up for it, and they put in quite a good performance. Take the 5-0 away, when you look at the levels of the two teams, it was a good performance from them.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, in terms of them as an organisation, better set up this year. Obviously it's been a few years because of COVID, but yeah, well organised. Were harder to break down than previous, so full credit to them. However, we still have a job to do, and even though we get a good scoreline in the first half, we have to maintain standards. That's what it's about, and people have opportunity to prove themselves for fixtures coming up in obviously a few months' time. Yeah?
And I mean, you used your squad well this week, and you made a number of changes in that second half. You saw Jade Riddles come on and get a goal. How good is it that you can take talent off and bring on just as good talent?
Look, it speaks volumes for service football, doesn't it, where it is in the women's game now. Like you say, that's the 20, 21 players that are here. There's 7 or 8 not available for service reasons. So it's in a great place, and like you say, to make changes like that in the second half, where Jade Widows is coming on, Rosie McDonnell, who plays for Portsmouth, Megan Herbert comes back on. The likes, do you know what I mean? Kira Boylan, a service stalwart for the Royal Navy, comes on and represents and takes the armband from Bavs. Like that's where UCAF is at. Yeah, they know it's hugely competitive, as it should be.
And now a chance to sort of take the summer, rest, recuperate, and then get ready for a big German test later in the year.
Yeah, definitely tools down now for a week for me. It's been a long season and a long 9 days. And then, yeah, get ready we'll need to come together at some point in September to prepare for October. And again, look, a little bit of a test here, what an occasion that could be in terms of UK Armed Forces football, men, women, against Bundeswehr in October. Yeah. Well,
let's just take one question just on tonight in terms of the men's game. You've been watching, I know you have. A great comeback from UCAF so far. It's passionate, it's a hell of a game. What can we see in the second half?
They've taken control, haven't they? There was a period where the Defence Force were on top. The penalty obviously changed the game a little bit, doesn't it? Wasn't it? I don't know. There was another shout for a penalty, by the way, as well in the first half. But after the first goal, yeah, UCAF actually took control and actually started probably playing some better football and taking control in the game. And what a finish by Goz is Goz, isn't he? What a finish.
Well, thanks. Enjoy your week off, and we'll catch up with you later in the year. Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks.
Yeah, don't forget, we'll be live down at Haventon Waterlooville next Wednesday evening to bring you that Royal Navy Cup final, the last of the Forces Cup finals for this season. And thanks indeed there to Kyle Dixon, who's talking then, of course, to Carl Milgate, the manager of victorious UK Armed Forces women's team, who produced that excellent 5-0 victory earlier on today. And the way things are going, well, we may see some more goals here in the second half here at Corn FC tonight, with UCAF's team leading by 3 goals to 1 at the half-time. If you've just joined us, where have you been? That's the big question, I guess we should be asking. And well, it's 3-1 to UCAF, as we say, and they came from behind. It was on 22 minutes when the Irish Defence Force were awarded a penalty. Aidan Rafferty putting the ball away, and then Jack Wright equalising just 3 or 4 minutes later with a great header to equalise it at 1-1. Then it was Jake Gosling who scored a magnificent goal to put the UCAF team in front 2-1, and Joe Spalding adding to that just before half-time for 3-1. So really excellent first half. Both teams, in fact certainly the UCAF team, are already out on the pitch. The team from the Irish Defence Forces are coming out now. I'm just looking to see whether there's any changes being made. It looks like Mark Glendon's going to be coming on very shortly for UCAF. He's wearing number 15. He's just been shaking your hands, hasn't he, Tom? So he's obviously going to be coming in, isn't he? Is Mark Glendon, Nick Glendon, I should say, coming on? Yeah.
Yeah, good lad is Nick. Very good player as well. He leaves the service. He leaves the Navy in a few months, so you know it's fitting that he gets a game. Very good player. Can play either at centre half or right back, but you know he's a good lad. I'm room with him as well. Top boy, good player.
I can't see any changes for the Irish Defence Force in the early stages of this second half. But yeah, Nick Glendon has come on then, and he's taking up a central defensive position. And who's he come on for? I'm just looking.
Yeah, he's come on for Brodie Gray. You know the reasoning with that is obviously with the height.
Yeah.
You know they're hitting a few diags really, so you know it's a good tactical change.
So the only obvious change that we can see will be underway very shortly for this second half, with UCAF leading by 3 goals to 1. What more can we see in the second period of this game? The Irish, no doubt, will be coming out all guns blazing in these early stages of the second half, looking to see if they can get themselves back into the game. It's really important for them that they get the second goal.
It is, John. Yeah, you know, next goal's big. If the Irish get it, then it's game on. I think if the UCAF get it, then it really you know puts the Irish down really.
It's John Knighton and Tom Clace with you for commentary of this second half then of this Friendship Trophy game, the UK Armed Forces against the Irish Defence Force. Craig Doran getting an early touch for the Irish, and Mark Horgan. Stephen Whelan in goal with Sam McGowan, Craig Doran, Mark Horgan, Lee Delaney, Alex O'Callaghan, Gav Dillon, Jordan Carr, Aidan Rafferty, Jody Dillon and David Long, their team captain. That's the Irish Defence Force wearing their old gold shirts and dark shorts. But UCAF coming forward again immediately with Jake Gosling on this right-hand side into the penalty area. And it goes for a goal kick. He was the last player to touch the ball. Quickly taken by UCAF, deciding to play themselves out, but the ball ends up straight away with Danny Kerr. Across to the left back to Sean Powell. Very impressive first half did Sean have. I'm sure this is going to be very open this second half. Certainly if that would suit both teams, I think. But UCAF will not be taking any serious risks here. They've got this 2-goal cushion. Wide on the right-hand side with McGowan. Was booked in the first half. And that was an unfair challenge, says the referee.
Yeah, good bright start from the Irish. You know, like we said, John, they've come out all guns blazing. Good football. Give it to the right back. He's a really good attacking right back there. You know, and won a good foul.
So the Irish then with a chance then in these early stages of the second half to get themselves back into the game, trailing 3-1 here. It looks like a yellow card actually for Sean Powell for that challenge. Yeah, he's shown the yellow, the first UCAF player to receive a booking tonight.
If I were a better man, John, I'd have backed him first as well, to be honest.
So, Long then with the free kick, the Irish Defence Force captain. Floated into the box and no one on the end of it. And that was a real chance then for Mark Horgan to get on the end of that.
Yeah, great ball. If it had started a bit wider there, he'd have had a good header at goal then. Great ball.
But it's a warning for UCAF. They can't afford to sit on this 3-1 lead. As if the Irish get back into this game, we know what can happen. As they showed in Dublin last year in a thrilling game, thrilling ending to that game at Shamrock Rovers Stadium.
Yeah, the Irish always go to the end, John. You know, they've done it for years. Caught us a couple of times, caught us down at Havant, and then nearly got us over at Shamrock Rovers.
O'Callaghan finds Doran. Back to O'Callaghan. Floats a long ball down. That's easily dealt with though by Nick Glendon. Lovely turn from Jake Gosling. Beats one man, two men. Ball, cross ball, but there's nobody there to receive it, unfortunately for UCAF. It goes out of play for a throw into the Irish Defence Force, Sam McGowan to take.
Yeah, good play there. Nick Glendon, like I say, being brought on for the, they tried it in another diag. Or one in behind the fullback, and Nick dealt with that well.
Yeah, did. Very competent player, very confident. Here's Carr. He goes to ground. Referee says that was a fair challenge. From another outstanding young player, Jack Wright, has made his mark on this game, not only with his defence, but also getting that equaliser in the first half to bring UCAF back into it after the Irish had scored the penalty. Nice 1-2, nice line-up play by the Irish, but very successfully shielded by Sean Powell. The ball goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good football again from the Irish there, John. They're playing some good triangles. Good defending by Sean. He sort of like read it, and he's a quick lad, so he managed to shepherd it out.
All credit to them. They're coming out of this looking for a goal that will undoubtedly get them back into this game. But 3-1's a difficult deficit to make up. They could really do with an early goal in these opening stages of the second half. But it's UCAF now coming forward with Mike Campbell. Lovely floated ball down onto the left-hand side and chased. The ball goes out of the ground, Joe Spalding. In fact, Joe's looked in a way more confident since he switched over to the left-hand side, hasn't he?
Yeah, Joe just he built his way into the game. He put obviously a few crosses over the bar first 10 minutes, but once he settled in, he's a good player. He's Joe, really good, exciting, young, quick. And if you put him in behind John, 9 times out of 10 he's going to get it.
Well, Sean Powell taking the throw in. Gosling goes back to another impressive player, Aaron Ayat. Here go the Irish Defence Force. Good run from Dillon. Ball goes into the box and it goes out for a corner. I do believe that's actually the IDF's first corner in this game.
Yeah, first corner, John. Again, good play, good counter-attack there. The winger, number 7, is it Gav Dillon? Yeah, he looks really quick and lively.
Well, going over to take the corner is Aidan Rafferty. No changes made yet by Ken Deegan, the Irish Defence Forces manager. No changes yet. Sticking with the 11. Great header from Glendon there. Ball comes back out though. And it's very successfully chopped away by UCAF, but the Irish have it. Ball crossed in and straight into the hands of Christian Pollock-Brigg, who's not had a huge amount to do really, has he? He's, you know, you look at the shots that he's had to face, there's not been too much really that he's had to deal with so far.
No, and fair play to him there. You know, he kept his eye on the ball and he took it cleanly. You know, sometimes, as you know, keepers ain't got a lot to do. You know, they can make a fumble, but yeah, well played, PB.
Here's Gosling. Takes the header from Mike Campbell. Gosling still going, lovely ball through. And Sean Thompson not quite there in time, but lovely vision from Jake Gosling again. Just makes things happen.
Yeah, he loves that reverse, John. You always know, I just chuckle when I'm playing with him because you just know he's going to reverse it.
Chance then for the Irish Defence Force with Gav Dillon taking on substitute for UCAF. Nice work from Nick Glendon, keeping him at bay.
Yeah, good defending again from Glendon. He started really well since coming on.
Cross comes in, well cleared, and it's a great shot and a headed clear, a good header. That was an important header from Sean Powell because that ball could have been flying in. It was Craig Doran who was on the end of that. And this is good pressure then from the Irish Defence Force with their second corner.
Yeah, we knew, John, they were going to come out like this, you know, so we just need to stay compact to the UCAF and ride a bit of a storm and then just work his way back into this game.
53 minutes played here at Corn Football Club in Leicestershire. Corner comes across then. Whole load of players going up for it, but the man who brings it clear is Jake Gosling, who takes a bit of a tumble at the end, but he did really well there, didn't he? Just picked it up.
I can't believe he headed it, John. I think that's probably the second or third time in a few years I've known him that he's headed ball.
And he's done it for our cameras. So the free kick then, Christian Pollock-Brigg will take. And that goes right out of the ground. That's ball number 4 that we've lost here. Are we running out of footballs?
We'll call that game management, John, from PB there, kicking it straight out of the ground.
Lengthening shadows here as we approach the hour mark in this match. 55 minutes gone. UK Armed Forces leading the Irish Defence Forces by 3 goals to 1. Here's Dillon. Gavin Dillon gets the cross in. Little shove there on Alex O'Callaghan. And that goes out again. I think it's a throw in this time, isn't it, to the Irish?
Yeah, good Diag. We know a lot about him, Aidan Rafferty. He's been a good player for a few years now. And
Craig Doran will take it. Here's Long, loses out then, the ball goes clear, and nice work again from Nick Glendon getting the ball clear. And here come UCAF with an opportunity on the break. It's a great run then from Mike Campbell into the penalty area, but he loses out eventually to the big Irish fullback Lee Delaney.
Great defending there from Lee Delaney.
Excellent defensive work. But Campbell did a great job there, you know, taking the ball forward. Looks like we are going to have a change now. The first change, Ryan Gaffney, is going to be coming on for the Irish Defence Force. And the man who's gone off, it looks like it is right back Sam McGowan, number 2. He's gone off on the far side of the field. So Ryan Gaffney, again, the man who is no stranger to this Irish Defence Forces team.
No, John, good players, Ryan Gaffney, good left foot, you know, technically very good. You know, we need to keep an eye on him.
He's gone into the centre of midfield, it looks like, to just give them a bit more punch going forward. So a bit of a reorganisation at the back as well for the Irish Defence Force. Here's Delaney. Long cross-field ball. Cut out, though, by UCAF. Cut out by Joe Spalding. Irish have it, though.
Yeah, they're definitely looking for this ball in the hand of the Irish.
Nicely played in, but well cleared for UCAF, and good play from Hyatt there. Good control from bit of head tennis going on. Irish then taking their players back.
Yeah, I think they've. I think their tactic, John. I think they've really targeted as the little clipping in over the fullback's head. I think we've spotted that. Hence the change with Nick Lendon.
He's right in front of us then with the throw. Downfield, aim for Gosling. No foul, says the referee. Or is it? I think he has now given the free kick, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think his linesman's helped him out there. He's a bit closer than him.
And the man who's down is Sean Thompson. Just getting up now. Just felt he was, I think, was grabbed by the back of his neck, actually, by the scruff of his neck.
Yeah, he's definitely felt that as Tom was rubbing his knees, and yeah, it's not nice to go down on this ground.
No, I have mixed feelings about these artificial pitches. I don't know about you. I mean, obviously for a club like Corn, they can use the pitch, you know, 24/7, you know, 7 days a week, can't they? And it's a great source of income for a small club.
Yeah, of course, John. You know that's the thing. But I mean, I'm 36 now. I won't sign for a club who's got an artificial pitch. Just I won't last. I'll probably last a season. That'd be me with my old legs.
So Aaron I then will take this. The only officer actually in the UK Armed Forces team, flight lieutenant based at RAF Leeming. He leaves it. Free kick goes in from Jake Gosling in the end. Well, no further goals yet in this match. We had 4 in the first half and 5 in the women's game earlier on, with UK Armed Forces defeating their Irish counterparts by 5 goals to 0. Cross comes in, but it's dealt with by the Irish Defence Force.
Yeah, great defending there by the Irish.
It was, and they're on the break here. Oh, and the ball just runs a little bit too far wide, but they do get the throw. They'll take it quickly. Here's their first substitute of the day, Ryan Gaffney. He wins the free kick.
Yeah, good play from Ryan Gaffney. Like I say, he's a good player, very technically good. You know, and he likes to drive with the ball.
And Aaron Hyatt then with the shove that has gleaned the Irish Defence Force. Free kick in a dangerous position here, what, about 35 yards out on this left-hand side. Aidan Rafferty then will take it. Nicely floated in, but on the end of it is Jake Gosling.
Great ball in, absolutely
Eventually
great ball.
Cleared by Danny Kerr, and it's a one-on-one chase now with Sean Thompson going hard in on the goalkeeper, but good defensive work then from Steve Whelan. No pressure for Nick Glendon, deals with it very well. And back to the goalkeeper as well, to Pollock Brigg, to get it cleared. But the Irish are in the ascendancy in terms of possession at the moment. What can they do with it? It's nice work from Aaron Hyatt again. Very composed on the ball. Looking good. Danny Kerr. And here's Jack Wright. And Jake Gosling. They've actually switched again, the two wingers, haven't they? Gosling's now gone onto the left-hand side, and Joe Spalding's come back onto the right, where he started the first half. Good chase on then from Sean Thompson. He's challenged, but ball out of play, and the throw-in will go to...
I think he's given a free kick there. Yeah, give a free kick there, John.
We're a bit... Line of sight's a bit difficult for us.
Yeah.
Our commentary position here, right down by pitch side.
Good tussle that wall with Tomo and the Irish number 3. Really good, good tussle.
Yeah, Craig Durran and Sean Thompson, they've been busy, haven't they, with each other all night, actually. Anyway, the free kick will come in now. And it looks like Gosling is going to go over to take it. Comes in. Good headed clearance, though, from Lee Delaney. Not much has got past him.
No, again, John.
Nothing in the air has got past him tonight.
No, again, he's a, as we've said, a number of times, he's a very, very good player, Lee Delaney.
So 63 minutes played here at Quorn, home of Quorn FC here in Leicestershire. UK Armed Forces enjoying their evening so far, leading by 3-1. Live here on Forces News YouTube and Facebook. Oh, what a screamer! That is an astonishing goal. Well, unbelievable, and it's the second goal of the night for Joe Spalding. You said to him that he needed to go for it a bit more, and he has done in no uncertain terms.
I did, John. I've just gone in the dressing room at half-time. I won't take no credit, obviously, but I've just gone in at half-time and had a chat with Joe and just said he just be more selfish. He does. He's one of them players, like I say, and if he is selfish, he can do stuff like that. It's just confidence with him.
Well, I think that's a goal we're going to be seeing plenty of over the next few years. That was a terrific effort from Joe Spalding. Wow. We've seen some crackers, haven't we, out in our time? Some cracking goals tonight.
Yeah, great finish.
And UCAF are going to make another change now. Kieran Feeney is going to be coming on to make his debut. Yeah, Kieran Feeney, who was a Wolves under-18 player and played for Barnsley, but left professional football to join the Royal Marines. He's now in 4-3 Commando, Royal Marines. So a big night for him.
Yeah, very good player.
To make his debut. Oh.
Yeah. Good effort, yeah. Very good player is Feeney. He's, like I say, we're at Wolves 18s and then he turned pro at Barnsley, so I think we'll be seeing a lot of him, John, over the next few years.
Well, it's great, obviously, for Ginge can bring on players now. They've got a 3-goal cushion here for UCAF, and there was nothing any goalkeeper could do to stop that one, was there?
No, the one. A bit like the Irish penalty, really. Great finish, just like Joe's goal then. So, UCAF leading by 4-1 here. It's a scoreline I don't think we expected. I think it's early days yet. We've still got another 25 minutes to go here. Yeah, I don't think we've put within the first 20 minutes you could see how close the games normally are. I just think we've been clinical. I think if the Irish were clinical in the first 20, then it could have been a different story. But we've been very good.
It was interesting. Joe Spalding and Jake Gosling did swap over, and they have done again. But it was actually Spalding from that left-hand side who got the goal. They obviously keep swapping and changing as they just trying to confuse the commentators.
Yeah, I'd be shouting, John, me, stay over there if you're going to do that. Joe, stay over there and do it again.
And we've just seen the wildest shot I've ever seen from Jake Gosling. I mean, that actually would have looked out of place on a rugby field, I think.
I'm going to tell him you said that, John.
Oh, don't actually. I had to owe him a couple of Guinnesses in Dublin for a commentary gaffe. I actually credited a goal to someone else when it was actually him who scored. So he's never forgiven me for that. Yeah, it actually looks like Joe Spalding, who is just down at the moment, which would be a real shame if he has to leave the field after the performance that he's put in. In fact, there's an Irish player down, isn't there, as well? Joe Spalding is just crunched down. Yes, there's a an Irish man who is just getting some attention at the moment, and hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think it's a number 7, Gav Dillon. I'm not sure what happened, John. We couldn't see from
yeah, it's just
this angle.
Out of sight, wasn't it? Yeah, he's just having a little bit of attention to his back. Trouble is, in these pitches, there's no give, is there, at all on the 4G? And don't blame the pitch, obviously, but
no, that's it. But he'll be a miss if he has to come off. He's a very direct player.
The player who's got the widest smile in Leicestershire at the moment is definitely Joe Spalding, and he's absolutely loving it out there, isn't he?
He's got a decent set of ashes as well as our Joe.
Give us a smile, Joe.
Yeah, look at them. He's brushed them today. You can tell he might have brushed them twice, actually.
He has every right to be happy because he's had a terrific game. Anyway, we are back in action again now with UCAF. And you were quite right, it was Gav Dillon who was just leaving some attention, but I'm pleased to say he is back in the game and challenging for it now with Nick Glendon. Glendon gives the throw-in away. So UCAF having to defend at the moment. They got the 4th goal though, which I know they'll be delighted about to really settle them. Yeah. 3 goals is probably going to be too much, isn't it, for the Irish Defence Force to make up?
Yeah, you'd like to think so, John. But you know, we really needed that, the UCAF, because like we said, you know, the Irish come out the first 10-15 minutes of the second half and were really bright again. You know, as they did at the start of the game, really bright. You know, and if they'd have got a goal, then you know it could have gone the other way, really.
Sergeant Spalding says, "That's my brother." And Jack Debenham, UCAF will win if they keep it away from Liam Corrigan's feet and give the ball to Gozzi. Okay, all these comments coming in.
Yeah, Jack Debenham, another good servant of RAF and UCAF football. You know, Jack's posted out to Cyprus in a few months, so obviously he's you know, with family commitments, it's going to be tough for him to play anymore, John.
Absolutely. UCAF then 4-1 in front here in this Friendship Trophy game against the Irish Defence Forces. It's been a much closer game actually than the scoreline actually suggests. I mean, there have been 4 cracking goals from UCAF that they've scored. There's been absolutely nothing that Stephen Whelan in the Irish goal could do about any of them. And that last goal, well, I think people will be talking about it for quite some time.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate for a goalkeeper, isn't it, with, like you say, all good finishes. So, you know, when you look back, you think, well, what more could I have done?
And they're looking for a 5th here. Out to Spalding again on the edge of the box, gets the cross in, and it will be cleared away eventually by Aidan Rafferty for the Irish Defence Force. Little message coming in. Now, I would say that Carl Evans has got something to do with North Ferriby United. Would I be right?
No, it's Evo, it's our Evo for the RAF, yeah.
Okay. My skipper says Carl Evans. Fair enough. Sorry, I thought we might be getting something through from North Ferriby tonight.
Yeah, I see my missus is saying as well. I dad from Lola, Teddy and Jesse. Nice that the kids are listening in and not watching me, John. I don't think they like to watch me really. They don't think I'm any good.
We could put you to camera, you know, your face to camera, but
no, I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Well, we did actually see you at half-time in the women's game, if you remember.
Yeah, nice little interview.
Right, here come UCAF once more. One of the most assured players on this field this evening is Jack Wright, who's had a terrific game, terrific international debut for UCAF. That's lovely control there as well by Danny Kerr. Plays the ball out. Here's Powell. UCAF just playing it around at the moment now. Bit too early to call it game management. We've still got the best part of 20 minutes to go here. Looking dangerous. Aaron Ayat plays the ball cross field. Finds his left back, Sean Powell. Hasn't put a foot wrong in this game. Oh. So commentator's curse, because the Irish are forward now with their number 14. Ball goes across the field. Paul Duffy, who's come on as a substitute. Actually, it's another replacement for the Irish Defence Force. Just slipped through our grasp on this one. But they will have a corner. It's their third corner of the game.
Yeah, the Irish are they're very good at that, John. The little balls in behind the fullback and getting in. That's like looks like a game plan of theirs. You know, very effective as well. We need to try and cut them out.
Low corner, cleared away, but the danger not over yet for UCAF. Out onto that left-hand side, headed clear though by UCAF in the end. And here's Carr. Oh, he tried to put the cross in.
Yeah, great second ball winner on the edge of the box by Alex O'Callaghan again. Carr, you just seen a goal, didn't he? And yeah.
Looks like another substitution is going to be made here by the Irish Defence Force.
I think we could see a couple from the UCAF very soon, John, as well. Freshen up a bit.
And it's Chris Doolan who is coming on for the Irish Defence Force, and the man going off is Jordan Carr. So Doolan for Carr.
Yeah, I think they've switched to a back four now, John. They were playing wing backs the first half. I think they've switched to a back four now, the Irish.
And Ken Ennis has also come on, so another couple of changes being made by the Irish Defence Force. And the floodlights have just come on as well here, just to boost up the lights. Straight away, Ennis getting into the game. It looks like Ryan Gaffney says he dropped back into a 4-4-2 formation.
Yeah, good patient football there from the Irish. Great ball as well again by Delaney. He's really good at got good technique, good clip. You know, good diag there.
Ennis. Oh, just looking for the 1-2 there. They couldn't quite make it work. Ball out of play. Irish Defence Force have a throw.
He looks a strong lad, does Ennis up top. He's come on and put himself about.
Craig Doran then taking this throw for the Irish Defence Force. Heading into the last 15 minutes of this match. They have the free kick. Just a bit untidy these last few minutes, but UCAF won't mind that at all. Free kick goes ball in. It's over the top.
Good defending of
and
another great ball.
The referee says that's a goal kick.
Oh, he's got that wrong. Yeah, that's linesman got that wrong. It's a great ball again. He's really good at Aidan Rafferty. You know, good set piece taker. I think we've dealt with it quite well tonight.
RB says great to see Ken Ennis making his debut, and get to see Doohan back on the pitch as well. Danny Earl says up the Villagers.
Up the Villagers, Danny. See you in a couple of weeks for pre-season.
So it's nice to know that North Ferriby are watching this evening. North Ferriby United. Kirsty and Louise White, Alfie and Lily are loving the scoreline for UCAF.
Yeah, so Gaffer's misses that. Yeah, he'll be happy.
They said, Daddy Ginge, you're smashing. Keep those messages coming in. We'll do what we possibly can to get them all out before we finish. Obviously, we will be here for the trophy presentation. Hopefully, be talking to a couple of players at the end of the evening. Another corner though to the IDF. Good defensive clearance though for UCAF. O'Callaghan just challenging hard, and along with Aidan Rafferty. Just trying to see exactly what's been given
I think
here.
it's a free kick to the Irish.
It is a free kick,
yeah,
on the
another
edge of the
dangerous
box,
one,
yes. Yeah, so it will be Rafferty to take this.
He hasn't put a bad one in yet. I hope commentator's curse here, John, but he's put some really good balls in.
So Rafferty again with a headed clearance, but great defensive work from Mike Campbell, back to help out. And here's Joe Spalding once again. Off he goes, being held back by Craig Doran, and I've got a feeling that might be another yellow card.
Yeah, they're the good
No
fouls in
complaints.
football, John. Yeah, you've got to stop Joe there. He's, as we know, like I said earlier, can catch pigeons, so you've got to stop him. Good play from the Irish.
Yeah, no complaints then from Craig Doran, the left back, as he takes the yellow. Free kick then to UCAF, which Nick Glendon will take. It's nice to go back in the end to Liam Corrigan. Here's Corrigan once more. Just back to right. Nicely played through for Feeney, getting his first touches. Nice control there from Glendon. Hyatt. Spalding with the cross.
Great ball, great
and
defending.
that was a really excellent cover of defensive work then from Lee Delaney to keep that one out. That was just a wicked cross, wasn't it?
Yeah, great ball by Joe Spalding again. Again, Lee Delaney's there. You know, he's had an excellent game.
Danny Jackson says, lovely to see Aaron out there, fully deserved player.
Yeah, Danny Jackson's he's a scout for the RAF team, so obviously, you know, he's picked up a good few lads. You know, well done to Dan.
He has indeed. Spalding again. That is still in play, I think, and I think it will be kept in play by Mike Campbell. Worked really hard there. Now, what can the Irish do here on the break? Nicely played across field. A strong bit of work there for them. Chris Doolan. Oh, chance for the Irish across the no, and good defensive work. Doran going through. The shot comes in from their number 10 from Rafferty. Cleared though by UCAF. This game opening up all the time. Joe Spalding putting a lovely through ball, but it is guided to safety by Mark Horgan. So here's Gaffney. Ennis will collect one. Glendon though with a good header, with Gav Dillon just closing in there. Another change I think about to be made here, this time for UCAF.
Couple of changes here.
Couple of changes there, couple more substitutions coming on.
Yeah, the good thing about this, John, is like I say, we've got a really strong bench, really good squad.
Aaron Hyatt is coming off, and coming on Dave Vincent. And also it looks like Mike Campbell is also going to take his last performance today, and Harry Girdwood coming on. And these are all players with plenty of experience.
Yeah, 2 RAF lads coming on, coming off, and 2 Naval lads coming on. You know, Dave Vincent, you know, very good on the ball in midfield, and Harry Girdwood, you know, great striker, plays up in Scotland for the civil service, good player and great lad as well. But yeah, Cammy and Aaron put a great shift in tonight, and both been brilliant.
Yeah, they have worked so hard. It's been a great hard-working performance. In fact, both teams worked incredibly hard here tonight.
Yeah, of course, John. Like we were saying earlier, you know, the Irish a bit more ruthlessness from them, and it you know, it could have been a different game.
High ball goes up, and straight away, Harry Girdwood mixing it there with the defence.
Yeah, strong lad is Harry. Like I say, he'll get his body in. Link player as well, good player.
Into the last 7 or 8 minutes then of this match. Opportunity then for Paul Duffy. Loses out though to the immaculate Sean Powell, who's had a terrific game there on that left-hand side.
Yeah, he's been superb again.
He really has.
Sean, yeah, brilliant. Really good.
You know, another change then for the Irish Defence Force. Cian Mullen is coming on. And the man going off is Alex O'Callaghan. So number 15, Cian Mullen, is on. So I think that's all the 5 substitutions that have been made now by Ken Deegan, as the Irish look to get themselves a second goal here.
Yeah, he's played well as number 6, Alex O'Callaghan, just come off, you know, really good player, like I say, I like him.
Certainly their second half performance, they've worked really hard and deserve maybe another goal to show for their efforts tonight, but UCAF will be very keen to keep them out, because obviously their only goal so far has come from the penalty spots, which gave them the lead. That seems a long time ago, doesn't it now, Tom? 22 minutes.
Yeah, of course, John. Yeah, you know, you look at the second half. If you break it up, and you know that you know, fantastic goal by Joe Spalding, you know, has just separated the sides in this half, really. You know, the Irish have had a good go at it.
They certainly won't want to concede any more tonight. Will UCAF? Will the Irish? Actually, Enar's asking what is the highest league level any UCAF player has been in the past. Well, I think we had to go back quite a few years, wouldn't we, to... I'm just trying to think.
Not even that, John, to be honest. You know, you know, a few of us have been ex-pros, obviously, you know, myself, Gozzy, a few other lads, obviously, Kieran Feeney on the ball now. You know, he was at Barnsley.
Well, I'm thinking of the Portsmouth striker who played in the Premier League, who played in the First Division, you know, Portsmouth and Aston Villa. And I'm just trying to remember the name.
Yeah, someone asked me the same question the other day, actually.
I'm sure someone out there knows the answer to that question. If you do, let us know.
Other than that, yeah, we've got lads playing at the minute in, you know, Conference North and South. Obviously, it's hard with lads, you know, travelling and work commitments. Otherwise, like I said, there's a lot that could play higher. Again, Gozzy and, you know, obviously Luke Kernick, keeper, you know, they could play full time, really. And a lot more, you know, a lot more with a bit more training.
Well, Nick DeLong says, evening to John and TC. Very proud to see all involved. Ginger's gaffer and the special international football relationship continues. 14 years on. Well done to both groups. Yeah, I wholeheartedly take on what you board what you say there, Nick. More changes being made.
Yeah, you know, fair play to Ding Dong. He's, you know, he took us on a journey. Obviously, Basher were great, and the Army guys, and you know, Ding Dong wanted to make a bit of a name for the UCAF, and you know, we had on some good journeys with him. He pushed, and yeah, built a good relationship with the Irish. You know, again, the friendship trophy. You know, we have a good time with them after. You know, really good lads and good staff.
Well, 2 more changes made then for UCAF, and one of the men who's gone off has been Joe Spalding, so he won't get his hat-trick tonight. Numbers 20 and 21. I haven't actually got 20 and 21 on my team list.
Yeah, so obviously Matt Drysdale's come on, number 21, solid, you know, good defender, you know, Marine, so obviously he's you know, very solid. And number 20, Scott McCarthy. Again, Scott McCarthy's played for Middlesbrough professionally. Scott, I think he played against Chelsea. You know, very good striker.
Yeah, Mark Drysdale getting involved straight away. So skipper Danny Kerr clears the ball away. Any potential danger then for UCAF averted for now. Yvonne Powell says mum and dad are enjoying watching Sean Powell playing so well tonight. And Donnellan says well done Jordan Carr, so proud of you. Watching over there in Ireland.
Yeah, they should be proud of him. He's done really well as Jordan. You know, before he came off, like we said, Johnny, we're making great runs in behind. You know, he looks a lively player, and I think he's got a big future in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And there'll be people watching tonight, you know, with a view. There's a lot of talent over there in Ireland, and in the Irish Defence Force team, as we've seen tonight. A lot of hard work, but also a lot of talented players.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And, you know, if the family of Glen Fulham's listening, you know, again, we as a UCAF send our condolences over to you. You know, and we wish you all best for the future, really.
But still chasing goals here. Yeah, Dan Abrahams, full of praise for you tonight, Tom. Great result for Ginge and the boys tonight. And it's not quite over yet, but I think we can probably safely say that UCAF have got the win in the bag here. 4-1 up just going into the last few minutes. I'd imagine we'll probably have about 5 minutes of stoppage time, bearing in mind that both teams have made about 5 changes.
Yeah, I reckon so, John. Yeah, 5 or 6. But yeah, good evening, Dan. You know, thanks. Nice words.
Live here on Forces News, YouTube and Facebook. And thanks again to all of you tuned in tonight from all parts of the world.
See Jamie Dogg's back on. John, I wonder if he's had a few pints over in, is it Lanzarote he's
He's
in?
on holiday in Lanzarote at the moment, yeah. Our old friend, great friend Jamie Doig, taking a well-earned rest from his duties at Leicester Tigers, just down the road here.
He must have nipped off to the bar if he's just come back on now.
So Jake Gosling over the ball, and also Danny Kerr. UCAF just taking the ball into the corner at the moment.
Well, it was a bit of a scuffle.
Just a little bit of argy-bargy going on.
Yeah, big Scott McCarthy.
We just don't need to see that now.
No, it's been a good, you know, well-contested game. You know, lads don't need to do that, really.
No, we don't need that now, and this is the Friendship Trophy, remember, guys.
Having a few.
And that indeed is the last action of this game. The referee has called an end to the match with just a few seconds of stoppage time played, despite all the changes that we saw, obviously all the substitutions.
Very surprising, John. I thought there'd have been a lot longer than that.
Well, that is the end, and it has been a terrific game. And congratulations to UK Armed Forces, to the UCAF side, who've won this by 4-1.
Yeah, of course, great game there, John. You know, great advert for military football, as we said. You know, the Irish again, you know, great side. You know, if they took a few more chances, it could maybe a bit closer. But I thought we were ruthless tonight. I thought the UCAF were very good. You know, put a lot of stuff into practice. And you know, the management and the players, of course, will be very happy. And we wish Ireland a safe journey home.
Yeah, we certainly do. Well, the presentations are going to be made very, very shortly in front of us. And hopefully Kyle Dixon will be out there on the pitch to talk, to get some instant reaction as the Friendship Shield is presented.
Brilliant, Sean. Is that done, John?
Have to be through you.
Brilliant, John.
Don't go away just yet.
All right.
Okay, well, just having a look at the final goal then that's been scored. I'm just lost communications with base at the moment, so we're just going a bit blind here. But yeah, what a fantastic final goal that was from Joe Spalding, and that really summed up the UCAF performance in that second half, didn't it?
It did, John. Yeah, you know, look at, I mean, the togetherness there. You know, he's brilliant. You know, absolutely sensational. You know, even the subs that come on, you know, credit, and the lads, the first games, you know, credit to them as well. You know, did really well.
Yeah, they certainly did. And the usual huddle now for the players as they go around the pitch. And very quickly, I think the presentation is going to be made here at the end of what's been a terrific game. Congratulations to everyone involved. And I think we should also mention our officials tonight, Martin Mitchell, Ash Foster and John Batterson, who've handled the game superbly well this evening.
Credit to them as well, John. You know, they had a really good game, all three of them. And it's usually good, you know, when you don't notice the officials. That tells you really that they've had a good game.
Well, the players coming over for a quick presentation to be made here, and the shield. So we will stay then for the presentation here, but from me, John Knighton, and from all the team here, my huge thanks to Tom Clace for joining us for the commentary this evening. Tom, it's been a great pleasure having you with us tonight, and it's been an enjoyable evening, certainly if you're a fan of UK Armed Forces football. Not so much maybe if you've been tuning in over in Ireland, but nevertheless both teams have contributed to a terrific game.
Yeah, of course, John. You know, like I said earlier, you know, great advert for much football. But yeah, thanks for inviting me. I'm sorry it's took 5 years for me to do it. I did promise you I'd do it one day, but yeah, been brilliant. I hope everyone's enjoyed it.
Okay, well, we will leave you now with the presentation, but from me, John Knighton, and all the team, thanks so much for joining us here live at the Corn Football Club this evening for tonight's matches involving our UK Armed Forces and the Irish Defence Force. From all of us, a very good evening.
A couple of thank yous, though, a couple of people that this doesn't happen without. So first of all, Corn Football Club, a really big thank you. Hopefully you'll agree you've been immaculately looked after, and you will be after the game. And really grateful for all the facilities that they've provided so we can have this evening's spectacle. Secondly then, to the sponsors, for UK Armed Forces football sponsors, Avanti, thank you very much indeed, David, for your sponsorship and ongoing commitment to UK Armed Forces football. Again, without that sponsorship we couldn't achieve the fixtures that we do. And then onto the pitch, thank you very much indeed to the officials. Really grateful for the time that you've given up. Some of the comments, as usual, directed towards you, but I'm very grateful for a fabulously refereed game. And then finally, to the players, thank you very much indeed. We all do this as a second part of what we do on a day-to-day basis, and I'm grateful that you give up your time and your commitment to come out here and play with such skill and fantastic talent. So thank you very much indeed. I'll now hand you over to the presentation.
So I'd like to invite the London Lieutenant Leicestershire to present the trophy to the skipper of UK Armed Forces. Cheers, lads.